Donald Trump sets UFC crowd on fire with electric entrance. We've watched a long time, for years, especially here on this channel. Black and White Sports covered it too. We've been talking about how all of these sports leagues seem to have this desire to virtue signal, to go woke, to push identity politics, to only align themselves with one side of the political spectrum. UFC has not done that. UFC pretty much for the most part has said, hey, if you want to wear a MAGA hat out there, you can. If you want to wear a Black Lives Matter shirt out there, you can. Go for it. All we want to do is put on an entertaining product. Well, some people are certainly entertained when this dude came out last night to UFC 290, Trump walking out with Dana White. Listen to this.
So,
we got the man.
As you might expect for International Fight Week, a lot of people are in the building, but no one needs more security than the former president of the United States, obviously a really good friend of Dana White.
Oh, my word.
And obviously, this is during the broadcast. Even Michael Bisping starts talking about how like electric it is just because Trump's walking in. But you can just feel the energy in the room. And he even got Donald Trump meeting pretty much almost every fighter that ended up winning. Like that night came up and like talked to Trump and all these things after. One very interesting moment that people saw was this.
Joe Rogan.
Trump talking to Joe Rogan. Maybe they're setting up an appearance. Who knows?
That'd be cool. That'd be really good for both of them.
Well, Rogan for a while now has said that he isn't really interested in it because of just he doesn't want to like influence things or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think at some point this has to happen. Like, undoubtedly, this has to happen at some point in time. But it just shows you that one, UFC crowds and UFC fans might be a little bit, it might actually be a good representation of sports fans in general that are tired of all the other stuff that's being pushed constantly. And Dana White is a different commissioner. Would any other commissioner be out there promoting Sound of Freedom like this?
Hey, everybody, I'm Dana White. There's a new movie out called The Sound of Freedom, and it's about human trafficking. More importantly, the trafficking of children. This is a disgusting, horrific issue that's happening all around the world, and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give any of my UFC employees that want to see this movie free tickets to go see. And I would like to encourage other executives to do the same at their company. Here's Mel Gibson with some more information on The Sound of Freedom.
And then that video that we've seen out there several times, but Dana White out there actively promoting Sound of Freedom.
That's
to
awesome.
me, this is one of the reasons that UFC has been surging. It's not just because, oh, look, they've got Trump there and that's awesome, right? It's the fact that they are open to all that stuff, and that's not what the priority is for UFC. The priority is entertainment and letting athletes be themselves if that's what they want to be, and not sitting there and outlawing someone or admonishing someone for a certain point of view. That's what right now I think is so appealing for UFC over all these other sports leagues that have gone woke.
Yeah, I agree, and he's transparent. You know, if he thinks something's stupid, he'll say, yeah, I think what he did was fucking stupid. If he loves the guy, he'll say, yeah, I love that guy like a brother. He's made us a lot of money. So he doesn't, like you said, he doesn't hold people accountable for like what they say, but he'll put his opinion in it. He'll put his 2 cents on kind of like what they said. But at the end of the day, he's transparent and he lets these fighters say and do what they want to do.
I mean, Dana White, man, when it comes to commissioners out there in sports, he's got to be number one, man. He is the one person that has not destroyed his sports. We know where he lies politically, but however, he's not alienating anybody from his sport like the NBA does, like Roger Goodell does, Gary Bettman now. He's not doing any of that. Rob Manfred. Dana White, man, he's the best commissioner out there.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I think you can definitely look at and say, look at how the UFC has done. Look at how they've continued to kind of grow the brand and grow all these things in the same period of time where all the other major sports leagues, have had some falls, have had some stumbles, have had some trips. I mean, when you look at the NBA, when you look at Major League Baseball, NFL obviously did have a big stumble, and they've recovered for the most part, more so than some of these other leagues out there. But yeah, UFC continues to show why they are surging while everyone else seems to be faltering.